You want them to eat high-fat, high-protein foods. Anything that is deep fried. Burgers, steak, wings, cheese sticks, etc. The human stomach does not digest high-protein, high-fatty foods very quickly, so the alcohol will stay in the stomach, thus giving the liver more time to work on the alcohol already in the bloodstream. The fact that time is the only thing that will cause sobriety, and the fact that they are eating and not drinking and are slowing the absorption rate of the alcohol all works together. Remember, you can always find ways to get them involved doing other things, such as dancing, playing pool, video games, etc. If they're involved in other things, they will not focus on the alcohol. Energy drinks and alcohol are a dangerous mix. Medical and scientific research suggests that combining alcohol and stimulants found in energy drinks such as caffeine, guarana, and taurine might increase the rate of alcohol-related injury and risky behavior. When people drink alcohol in energy drinks, it makes them feel less drunk than they are. With this false sense of sobriety, they are more likely to take risks they would not normally do. A leading study by the Wake Forest University School of Medicine and researchers at the University of Florida found students who consumed alcohol with energy drinks were twice as likely to be injured, twice as likely to require medical attention, and twice as likely to ride with an intoxicated driver. They have a tendency to leave the bars later at night and consume more alcohol than normal. Not only does combining alcohol and energy drinks cause behavior that is outside of the scope of the drinker, but health concerns are another factor to be aware of. Remember, some pre-mixed energy drinks that are equivalent to 5 beers and 3 cups of coffee have been banned in Washington state, but mixing alcohol and energy drinks is still common. When serving drinks mixed with alcohol, you, as a server, need to realize that the guests may be buzzed more than they realize and not show signs of intoxication that they would normally show. Because of this, you might want to limit the amount of drinks that are served that are mixed with the energy drinks. Drugs and alcohol and the effects on the body when combined. Antihistamines, such as Benadryl, Sudafed, and Claritin, will depress the central nervous system, which could cause sedation. Tranquilizers, such as Valium and Dalmane, when combined with alcohol, will create a heavy intoxication. Stimulants, such as caffeine, amphetamines, and cocaine. These drugs increase alertness and decrease fatigue. Although they heighten one's activity level, they do not necessarily improve performance. When stimulants are used in conjunction with alcohol, the user is able to drink excessively and will often wind up overdrinking to the point in which alcohol poisoning is possible. Mixing amphetamines and alcohol allows their user to experience a decreased effect from the alcohol consumption and could lead to a user not realizing that he or she drank as much as they really did. Stimulants may mask the signs of intoxication, but in reality, the person is still intoxicated and has now become a wide-awake drunk. Marijuana, cannabis. When people smoke marijuana and drink alcohol at the same time, they can experience nausea and or vomiting, or they can react with panic, anxiety, or paranoia. Mixing marijuana with alcohol can increase the risk of vulnerable people experiencing psychotic symptoms. There is some evidence to support that having alcohol in your blood causes a faster absorption of THC, the active ingredient in marijuana that causes intoxication. This can lead to the marijuana having a much stronger effect than it would normally have and can result in greening out. Greening out is a term commonly referred to in a situation where people feel sick after smoking marijuana. They can go pale and sweaty, feel dizzy, nauseous, and may even start vomiting. They usually feel they have to lie down straight away. It appears that this is more likely to happen if a person has been drinking alcohol before smoking marijuana rather than the other way around. What are the risks of mixing marijuana and alcohol? Unpredictable effects. If marijuana and alcohol are used at the same time, there's a greater likelihood of negative side effects occurring either physically, greening out, or psychologically, panic, anxiety, and paranoia. The negative effect that alcohol has on driving is well documented. Marijuana also affects a person's ability to concentrate and react in driving situations. Even at low doses, the combination of alcohol and marijuana is dangerous and places the drivers, their passengers, and others on the road at serious risk. Combining alcohol and marijuana can make a person too intoxicated, which makes them less aware and in control of their surroundings. This places them at greater risk of not being able to look after their belongings or to negotiate safe sex. Substituting alcohol and marijuana for each other. People trying to cut back on one drug may end up using more of the other to help manage the symptoms of reducing the first drug. For example, some people giving up marijuana may find it difficult to sleep and start having a few drinks at night to help them sleep, and vice versa. This type of drug use is risky and can result in a person having problems with the two drugs instead of one. This concludes Module 2. In this module, you learned that alcohol is a legal drug, a depressant. You learned how the alcohol breaks down in the body, what BAC means and what it is. You also learned about the dangers of energy drinks when mixed with alcohol and alcohol's interaction with other drugs, the side effects of alcohol and prescription drugs, as well as controlled substances and what happens and what can happen when combining marijuana and alcohol. You can now take the Module 2 quiz. Before you take the quiz, if you wish, you can go back and review any or all of the information that was discussed.